Yeah, clearly he's posing such a tremendous threat. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? He's just standing there. Hey bitch, and welcome back to another Raleigh Reacts video. If you are new to these videos, these are basically videos of me reacting to animal abuse, more specifically horse abuse, but it can really be about anything. All of these videos are submission based, so if you would like to send me a video to react to, you can send it to raleighreacts@gmail.com, right up there on the screen and in the description down below. Just a friendly reminder, you guys, I do have a Patreon and a YouTube members. On both of these, I post premium equestrian content and sometimes vlogs, usually about 4 videos a month. So if you guys would like to support me and support this channel, you can subscribe over there. And I also do video requests as well, so definitely check it out. We have so many videos to react to today that I just wanted to go ahead and get into it because these videos have been sent to me so much over the last few days that we just have to talk about it. Police kill zebra after it nearly bites owner's arm off. Anytime I hear about people owning wild animals and the wild animal turns on them and starts attacking them, I'm like, what did you expect? What did you expect was going to happen? I just don't have sympathy for people who put themselves in stupid situations and then the animal pays. Anytime you see a wild animal attack somebody for just being a wild animal, the wild animal is almost always shot and killed. So it pays the price for human stupidity. And I'm sure that's what's going to happen in this video.
A man was hospitalized after the zebra he owned nearly bit off his arm. Eva Pilgrim joined us with the details. Good morning, Eva.
This is a crazy story, guys. The man bitten by his zebra couldn't get up, his arm severely injured, but he was able to call 911, begging first responders to come before the zebra got him again.
Oh, please. He's acting like the zebra's just super vindictive. If the zebra wanted to kill him, it would have killed him. You're just demonizing a wild animal that was probably just protecting its herd.
This morning, a man lucky to survive after being bitten by this zebra, seen on police body cam approaching sheriff's deputies as they respond to the scene.
I got attacked by a zebra.
Wow. That zebra definitely seems like he's very dangerous. Literally calmly walking up to people. The guy was able to shoo him away with a stick. And you're gonna tell me that this zebra is super dangerous? Are you kidding? He shooed him away with a stick, you guys. If this zebra was so dangerous and deadly, it wouldn't have been shooed away and easily deterred by a stick.
You got attacked by a what?
Yes, a horse.
The zebra nearly taking off his owner's arm in a shocking attack. The 911 call coming Sunday night just south of Columbus, Ohio.
Did he bite your arm? Did he?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay, is it still attached?
Come before it gets me again.
Okay, listen.
What? Get me a helicopter.
Deputies finding 72-year-old Ronald Clifton in a fenced-in field lying on the ground.
We need to expose the wound just to make sure to stop the bleeding.
When deputies arrived, the zebra appearing aggressive.
Is there a way for you to keep him back? We're trying not to shoot him.
Despite trying to shoo the zebra away, blowing air horns and yelling, the zebra continuing to move toward the deputies, leading them to make a snap decision.
Yeah, clearly he's posing such a tremendous threat. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? He's just standing there. He's not posing any sort of a threat at all. He's not pinning his ears. He's not charging people. All of those are threatening behaviors. He's literally just standing there. He's probably just on guard protecting his herd.
They had put down the zebra because it became aggressive towards deputies and other people on the scene.
Clifton taken to the hospital where doctors were able to reattach his arm. Experts say the animal may have felt threatened and acted out.
Male zebras, especially if females are in season around, get incredibly territorial. That male was probably looking at all these things as a threat and was going to take out those threats.
That guy's an idiot. I've seen him before. That guy's an idiot. He has literally no idea what he's talking about, has zero credentials. And for some reason, whenever there's a wildlife attack, they always interview this guy. No, the zebra wasn't behaving aggressively. He wasn't posing a threat to anybody who was there. Likely the guy posed a threat to the zebra initially, and the zebra defended himself and his herd and then left and then came back when there was all this commotion because he's probably wondering why the fuck are so many people here. The zebra wasn't posing a threat. They literally just used that as an excuse as to why they shot him. There was no reason to shoot the zebra. Like, literally no reason. The guy literally shooed him away with a stick. And they're trying to make it out like this zebra was there trying to kill people.
The U.S. is the biggest importer in the world of wild animals for pets. Owning and trading them is a multi-billion-dollar business. In Ohio, exotic animals have to be registered with the state, but Ohio doesn't consider zebras to be exotic pets.
What they're doing is they're trying to categorize it as a horse. What you have in a zebra is you have an absolute wild stallion. You have an animal that has wild instincts, and it makes it that much more dangerous.
So the sheriff telling us they aren't really sure why the zebra attacked its owners. The owner had one male zebra and multiple female zebras. So you heard there, it could have been them protecting the females, but they were also doing some work on the farm. So it's possible he was spooked by the equipment. We'll never know exactly why.
And it's completely legal to have zebras there.
They're categorized as a horse.
Well, they shouldn't be categorized as a horse because zebras are not horses. Zebras are wild animals. They deserve to be in the wild, roaming free. Zebras are not domesticated. Also, this guy's contributing to the wildlife trade. I have no sympathy for this guy. I don't care that his arm was almost ripped off. If anything, I'm like, good, maybe you'll learn your lesson and maybe you won't own wild animals. And maybe your wild animals won't pay the price for your stupid behavior. If you know that you have wild animals, don't be surprised when you go out in your field and they attack you because you're on their territory, you're in their space. Wild animals don't understand the concept of being owned and living on a farm. If you encroach on their space, they're going to defend it. This should be such a huge wake-up call for Ohio that nobody should be able to own zebras, especially not zebras having them classified as horses. They're not horses. Stop owning wild animals, and better yet, stop having sympathy for people who own wild animals and experience stuff like this, because this man does not deserve sympathy. He had no situational awareness, probably wasn't paying attention at all to his surroundings when he was out there with a bunch of wild animals. You know, if this was a tiger, no one would have sympathy for this guy. Everyone would immediately say, why did you own a tiger? And better yet, why did you walk out into the tiger's territory and expect that nothing was going to happen? I swear, dude, Darwinism at its finest. I have no sympathy for people who are like this because all too often people like this end up getting animals killed over that animal just being an animal. The zebra was just behaving like a zebra. It wasn't bad, it wasn't mean, it wasn't angry. It's just a zebra. And it was just protecting its herd or its territory. It did not do anything wrong, and now the zebra is demonized and being told to people that it was so dangerous that they had to put it down. No, it was just a wild animal. Nobody would have said, oh, the tiger was bad, the tiger was evil. People would have just been like, yeah, dummy, maybe don't go out there into a big field with a tiger. Whew, that one got me heated. Oh my God, we have to move on. Dude, okay, oh my God. Before I even finish this video, get off. Why are you sitting? The horse is being bit by this pit bull all over its body. and in the face. The pit bull has latched onto the horse's face multiple times and is biting the horse's legs. This is the dumbest possible thing that you can do if your horse is being attacked by a dog. Don't stay on your horse. You are just going to make the situation worse. Get off and help your horse. Grab the dog. Get the dog away. Start kicking and yelling at the dog. This police officer is just sitting on the horse and forcing the horse to continuously be bit by the dog. By, holding the reins, pulling the horse, making the horse stand still while it's being attacked and mauled. Obviously, the owner of the dog isn't doing anything. The dog's running around the horse, biting him multiple times, and the owner's not doing shit about it, just standing there. So get off your horse and start protecting them. Yeah, look at the dog. The dog's biting the horse in the leg, probably doing serious damage. Pit bulls do extreme damage when they bite. And the fucking rider is just sitting on the horse, pulling the horse's face left and right. Get off your horse. Obviously, no one is going to do anything to help you. The owner of the dog's not going to do anything to help you. You cannot rely on other people to protect your horse. Obviously, the owner of the dog is completely at fault here, but as the horse owner, it's your responsibility to protect your horse, okay? This should never have gotten to this point. If this was me, I would have hopped off Link and I would have shot the dog. And that's just honestly what would have happened. Your dog's life is less expensive than my horse's medical bills. As much of a dog lover as I am, my horse comes before your dog, especially if your dog behaves like this and is a threat to society. But the fact that this rider is just sitting on the horse doing absolutely nothing bothers me so much. Get off your horse. Your horse is being mauled.
Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Thank you. Coming forward. You're all right. What the? Get that legal dog now. Get that legal dog now.
Yeah, that dog would not have lived. I mean, I've told you guys the story many times about the time that Link was attacked by a pit bull when I was trail riding, which is one of the many reasons why I just don't like pits. I just don't. I've worked at so many rescues, and even as a vet student, I dislike pit bulls. And Link and we were attacked by a pit bull once when we were trail riding, and the owners had the dog off leash on a trail, and it ran up and it did some pretty serious damage to Link's hock, and it just latched onto his back leg. And the first thing I did was I jumped off and I shoved my hand into his mouth to get him off Link, and he cut my hand. I literally still have a scar right here by my thumb where his canine cut into my hand. But I ended up getting the dog off, and I took the dog down to the shelter that I worked at, and it was euthanized. And, that's just because if you're not going to take proper care of your animal and your animal becomes a public safety risk, imagine if it was a little kid that was walking on the trailhead and the dog ran up and mauled the kid to death. If your dog's a public safety risk, I think that dog deserves to be put down if you are not going to take the proper steps to control the dog, to train the dog, and to house the dog properly. The way that you handle a dog attack is you have to get off your horse and defend your horse. You just have to do that. You are not going to help the situation by sitting on their back. And dog attacks really make me angry because I feel like a lot of equestrians don't carry the proper safety gear to deal with dog attacks. Because here's the thing, guys. You cannot rely on the general public to be smart. Most dog owners don't even pick up after their own dogs. Why do you think you see so many signs saying pick up after your dog? So you can't rely on the average dog owner to properly leash their dog, to have proper control over their dog, to have proper voice command control over their dog if their dog's off leash. If you're going to take your horse out on trails, you need to expect that you are going to run into people who are just careless. Oftentimes, these dogs have never been around horses. They could be aggressive. So you have to, bring the proper safety precautions with you, either that be a gun, like me, or a knife or pepper spray. A pepper spray is also a good thing to carry, but you can't really rely on it because it takes several seconds to kick in. Because I know a lot of people like to blame the dog owners, and yeah, they're absolutely at fault. But it's also important that you realize they're not going to help you. So if their dog runs over and attacks your horse, you have to know what to do. Help your horse. Don't rely on stupid dog owners to help you, because they won't.
Well, everyone knows the price of meat, eggs, everything else getting out of hand. Well, we sat down as a family and decided we're going to try a new form of protein here. I'll show you our new specimen. So we went to the sale barn and we got us a 3-year-old, they say. He's a little lame and a lot of dumb. So we're going to try some horse meat. Don't hate on it till you try it. This might be a new trend. So we're going to take this horse from stable to table or pasture to plate, however you want to look at it. And I'll keep you updated on, the ins and outs of the horse meat world. I mean, it can really save a lot of money. I just hope we have enough freezer space. So I wanted to update everybody on the horse meat. We're done. We slaughtered him. It was a lot more work than I could have ever imagined. Hopefully this stuff is wonderful because it looks good and bang for your buck. You're not going to buy meat any cheaper. It's a big job. When you slaughter a horse, you have to have a skid steer or a tractor or some way to really get them up off the ground. Because you don't think about it, they are long. When that neck is hanging, I mean, it's like you're hanging a camel up, or a giraffe. So we made it work with a skid steer. I ran out of freezer space. I called some friends up, and we're all strong PETA believers, people eating tasty animals. So we're going to give this a shot. I'm going to make some horse jerky tonight. I do have some. I'll show you a picture here in a second. It looks good. It doesn't have a funny smell. It is a little different than beef, but it's nothing, in a raw form that you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's a gelding. It's a little mare. You would never know. It just looks like an animal dead. It's like people and animals, they generally look the same with their skin off. But here's a little view of it. I don't know what cut of meat that is on a horse. This is a new experience for us. We did keep the tail. We're actually going to use the tail for another horse we have as a show horse. We're going to make a fake tail out of it. So we're trying to utilize every piece of this animal. I have a friend making some rawhide out of this to make some rawhide reins, hackamores, stuff like that. So nothing went to waste. The dogs chewed on the hooves. I mean, we didn't kill this animal for fun. We are using this whole carcass, like you would if you killed any other type of animal. I mean, we're really putting a lot of time into using it. We're not wasteful people. So I'll let you guys know. I'm going to make some horse jerky tonight, and I might have me a grilled gelding sandwich. Thanks a lot.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. First of all, I think that the parallels that he tried to draw between humans and other animal meat is just really weird. Obviously, I would never eat a horse. I disagree heavily here because I don't think that horse meat is very cheap or sustainable. Also, I'm relatively unsure of this because obviously I've never had horse meat and I never will eat horse meat ever in my life, but I'm pretty sure that you have to eat horses that are specifically raised for meat production because horse meat can be riddled with tons of horrible stuff if you don't buy a horse that's actually raised for meat production. I mean, I also don't think it's that sustainable too, because he probably paid $500 for the horse at auction. You could go and buy a tag for $60 and go elk hunting, and you could shoot a massive elk that's the same size of a horse that has better quality meat for $60. And to be honest, if you want to know my opinion, I don't have a problem with hunters. I don't. I don't have a problem with people who want to hunt. I think that people who hunt animals, I think that's actually a lot more ethical than people who go to the store and buy meat at the store. And the reason I think it's more ethical is because I think that the animals die a more humane death. And I also think that those animals live a much better quality of life because they're out in the wilds. They get to live the majority of their life free roaming, grazing, living in herds. I think that those animals live a much better life. I just don't really understand this guy's logic because it seems like you could get better quality food by going out and hunting it, and it's significantly cheaper because this guy definitely spent $500 to buy just gross meat at a local auction from a horse that probably was injected with a ton of stuff by a veterinarian when it was cleared for auction. There's so many cheaper ways to source your protein and source your food than going to an auction and killing a horse. It just doesn't make sense. This whole video just doesn't make sense. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I truly love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.